from TikTok.
I'm so sorry. Yeah.
Well,
I'm seeing the Naki Williams reference.
Bro, I was on TikTok live, and one guy came in my comments like, "You look like a Naki Williams."
That's racism, bro.
Yeah,
you don't look like a Naki Williams, bro.
I even thought he was talking about Ope at first.
I said there's no way he was talking about me.
The complexion, it wasn't making sense, so it had to be me. But no, that's guy racist. Someone said it like Wissa as well. I've got that a couple of times.
I'm sorry.
Like,
He's
just mocking me. You're not sorry.
Nah, you don't look nothing like Naki Williams.
Man, you the Whistle one.
Bro, they're violated.
Bro, I have hair, you know. I have hair.
To be fair, they said me no more like Sanchez. So.
No, they said Sanchez is our love child.
They're love child.
Like me and him, like someone combined, they would have Sanchez.
Someone is your complexion, your head shape. But you got like I see it.
That Dominican.
Yeah. I see it. But let that be the last time we signed a Jamaican goalkeeper ever.
Bro, you maybe want Kepa back, bro.
See,
I would take like Turnbull at this point. Like, I'm not.
Oh, bro.
I think I'll take
Ross Turnbull. That's a throwback.
I'll take Mendy back at this point as well.
Yeah.
I can't.
Actually, I don't think it's controversial. I will take Mendy back at this point.
Where's he now?
Benger's it started it. Okay, cool.
We were out Ali, no? Out Ali, is that what he is?
Yeah, out Ali.
Bro, we just shipped him off somewhere, bro.
No, I saw the podcast. Apparently, he wanted to go for his like family security, innit?
Is it?
Yeah, you get paid bread there. So.
Hey, I hear it still. I'll never get onto another player for making as much money as possible, man.
Yeah.
See this ball thing.
I've always said that. Bro, it's at the end of it, it's a job. Like,
Yeah,
you
bro.
need it to feed the family.
Okay.
And you gotta remember, a lot of man, they start like, especially in football now, they don't start off in like, you know, like rich houses and whatnot.
Oh yeah, they come from they're trench babies.
Bro, you get
Favela ballers.
300k a week, like it's a no-brainer.
It's life changing money. Like you see it with like a lot of Nigerian players as well. Like
Oh yeah,
a lot of them when they want to come, just making it to Europe is a big thing. So then from there they'll just do their thing.
I was even trying to recognize some names on the latest call up. Like I saw.
For who? For Nigeria?
Yeah, it's what's his name? It's a game Gift or
Gift
Banser.
Orban.
Oh yeah.
He didn't get called up.
Decent, though.
He didn't get called up.
No, I didn't know he got called up.
Isn't he in France?
No, he's in Germany. He's got attitude problems.
But he had like a promising future.
Yeah.
Was he not linked with us at one point?
Yeah, and Spurs. Yeah.
He was. Attitude problems. Him and the other 200 million Nigerians. Man.
Bro.
Prideful nation, man.
Huh?
Prideful nation. What can you say?
That's why when we got knocked out of AFCON, I didn't want to show my face. It was.
Bro, I was hot because I remember I tweeted like you can't let people from like Angola get to you and stuff. So I said, "Well, I am."
That's why Reeves was adding us to that group chat as soon as the final. Bro, the first one barely gone. I'm getting added to a group chat saying, "Yeah, how's AFCON going?"
Hey, that AFCON final was probably the worst day of my life. You know, my car got broken into that day as well, bro.
And that's the week that Chelsea lost the Carabao.
Exactly,
Yeah, Chelsea lost.
bro.
I remember
that weekend, bro. I was like,
No, it was like 2 weeks after. I think it was because
Oh no, that month.
yeah, because I remember. I was like AFCON final loss,
Carabao
final loss.
Carabao final today, and we still lose a match. Like we can't buy a win one of these days, but
Just can't buy a win in a big game that's not Spurs.
I can't lie. Did you man expect to win?
No,
no. It was the most predictable
draw.
game ever. But
we're toothless, man. I said it into the group chat this morning. I was just like, you lot are saying be compact and break. Break with who? Just Neto. Cuckoo's got a BBL, he can't run. Sancho's got a BBL, he can't run.
Enzo's got a BBL.
Enzo's got a big BBL, he can't run.
and he's got his wife back, so that's a double one.
And she's feeling him good because he can't run. So what did we expect?
Hey.
No, what exactly did we expect going forward at least? And defending, we can't do shit.
I'm pretty sure both our shots on target was Cucurella.
Yeah,
Exactly.
And the one that Raya fumbled,
Yeah.
and the other thing header.
Yeah. Both our left back, and even then he's one that even saved us against Leicester as well.
I'm not surprised, bro. Did we not go like a whole 45 minutes against Copenhagen?
No shots on
no
target.
shots.
Yeah.
No shots.
No shots.
So like, what do we expect? It's the same attack, bro.
Oh yeah, we'll dig into all of that. But yeah, welcome to another episode of Reactionary Blues. I'm your mod Tsemz. Got a nice lineup today. Got Ope, got Omar. A special guest, if you want to introduce yourself.
EA from the Tapping Merchants.
Yeah.
Long overdue, man.
Way too
Long
long.
overdue still.
You've been suffering over there. You know it's like a 3v1 every time I watch.
Hey, bro.
Free man.
Every time I watch, bro.
That's
When you get gegenpressed by other people, it's peak, man.
Yeah, but do you help yourself though? I heard I always bring this up. The tossing VVD.
Bro, don't let these not twang you, bro. Like I said, I didn't say tossing was gonna be anywhere near Virgil
But you
van
said it'd
Dijk.
be
bro.
Virgil van
I
Dijk.
said I haven't. Before we signed him, did we have a centre back that was 6'5" presence? Like,
Nah, we
Can't lie, he ain't even got that much presence. After
we
what the
signed him, we
lap,
still don't. But like, I think, raw, he could try and do a thing. Obviously, I was very
hate when
wrong.
Tosin plays,
I
man.
think with my bias as well. Obviously, he's Nigerian.
Yeah.
You get, I gave him the benefit of the doubt, but
For me, it was a sideways. I didn't care about the signing too tough because it was a sideways signing from Chalobah. I thought same guy, but yeah, we recruitment at our club is something I'm sure we'll talk about in this pod.
well, we will.
Obviously, we are literally like an hour fresh removed from an absolutely fantastic game against Arsenal. So fantastic. We lost 1-0 and none of the teams created over 1xG.
It was a boring game.
I
anyway.
cannot believe Arsenal's was not more than one.
No, it wasn't even one, boy. Like,
But other than Marino's shot,
Wait,
what-
Arsenal didn't bop us, you
Yeah,
know.
they
No, I know, but I'm just thinking like I just remember them having shots on
if you
target.
think about their
name
chances,
like the Marino,
The Marino-
the Marina header, that would have been low anyway. Like,
No,
look
no,
where he scored it from, and then the shot,
The
shot.
volley at the
Okay,
back
yeah,
post.
volley,
Yeah.
like, that's quite low as well. So they
Who
didn't
else?
create that.
Odegaard, I
much.
think, had one like edge of the box ish, but went straight into Sanchez's hands.
Then Trossard in like the first few minutes skies it. Like, I'll be real. This is why I say it's the most predictable game ever. Like, 2 attacks that are just washed right now. But one team has a very good defensive structure. So while the other one is pants. So they probably won't concede. But if they nick one, that other team's not scoring anyway. And that's
That's exactly what happened.
where it went down. But I feel like the lineup was something that probably raised a few eyebrows. So I want to get you man's thoughts on that. Like, what do you think?
Listen, we got onto Poch for playing players out of position. We had Fofana at right back. We had Reece James at centre mid. We had Enzo in number 10. These are positions which we would get onto Poch
No, that's
for not playing
during the live, yeah.
players in their position. And then again, and I even said even in our group chat as well, Lavia is available. He has 1 game a year.
Yeah.
Just throw him in.
That's
Reece
nice.
James right back. Put Lavia in midfield next to Caicedo. Okay, number 10 might be a bit sticky. So if you want to put Enzo, you might have to make do 1 player out of position.
Yeah, but not 4.
3-4 players. And on top of that, you've reintegrated Sanchez, which for me is like sackable offence already.
See the Sanchez thing. I will with our goalkeepers. I feel like I'm beyond caring now. Generally, like
Nah, there's a little bit of you that still
it's
does,
a
man.
situation that we can't talk about it till next season, bro. Because at the end of the day, you put Jorgensen in there, he's gonna make a mistake. You put Sanchez in there, he's gonna make a mistake. So at this point, you're just like,
I think it's
At least
the
if
bias of
Jorgensen
we've
a
seen
bit more of a chance. Like, he didn't even make a real mistake to be dropped.
Who, Jorgensen?
Yeah.
Villa.
Villa.
Did he get dropped after Villa though? Did he?
No, he didn't.
What did he play? What did he
He
play
played-
after that?
He played Southampton. Then he
Yeah.
played then he played Leicester.
The 2 Brighton
No,
games as well,
no.
no?
He
played Southampton?
He just played Southampton because after that long break, Sanchez was in
Sanchez
goal.
came back
he
off for
was.
Copenhagen, but he came back for Southampton though.
Yeah.
But Southampton, I swear he was moving crazy in that.
Yeah, because he made that. They're fucking idiots, the admin team. Yeah, he made that save where he parried it in front, and they're like, "Great save."
And
That's not good
no,
goalkeeping.
that's horrible goalkeeping.
No, I fully hear that. I'm not saying Jorgensen's
No,
the
no,
answer.
no.
But as in comparison to what Sanchez has done and the grace he's been given,
Why did Jorgensen get that same?
Do you think part of me is just the hope him is just that like they're just trying to put a mark out for him? So like you've played this many matches, so hopefully someone would be willing to take a punt on you, type of thing. Because if he's second choice or third choice for the entire season, ain't no one picking him.
No, it's just gonna be
but
wasted.
even that won't work. Because look when when we did that with Kepa, for example, he wasn't drumming up any interest.
But his wage is also crazy as well.
I'm
They're like
hoping
150.
Yeah, that's true.
You see Sanchez,
But I do hear what you're saying because I can't deal with him anymore.
like stuff like he done today, for example, where he was just doing madness in that first half, and then he'll make like a brilliant save like that. That's what I'm hoping will like make one team think, oh, we can save him, that type of thing.
He can't be saved.
He
It's not a
can't.
thing where he can be saved, bro. Like he's not at the level.
thing-
He's not at the level to be at any top club. Like it's the harsh reality, bro. Like
I know that he can't be saved, but I need another club to think that have that savior complex, because we need to.
We've
bro,
been lucky.
the more we play him, the more his value's gonna decrease.
But if we don't
Yeah,
play
do you
him,
get-
so basically it's over. Because if we don't play him,
We got lucky that Bournemouth thought they could save Kepa.
Low-key they to an extent.
They kind of
No. Do you know why I'm not hearing that? Yeah, because we don't watch Bournemouth week in week out, and we don't see like the mistakes he makes, like the goal against Tottenham, for example. That gets amplified.
The one yesterday, he comes flying out.
And even against Tottenham, he gave away the penalty. And he conceded.
Did you see the second goal that Brentford scored? The second goal they scored from Norgard.
Norgard, yeah.
I think Kepa could do more because you could tell what Norgard's shooting. In my opinion,
what side he's gonna shoot?
Yeah, I was looking at it, I think they said Kepa's got no chance. I was like, I don't know, man. Like, if you anticipate that, you can at least make yourself a bit bigger. But
this is what I mean. But because you don't watch Bournemouth week in week out,
Nah,
they're not heavily
yeah.
scrutinised.
Yeah.
All I gotta hope is that Petrovic can come and save us.
Yeah, man.
If he can't do it, no one can. If he can't do it, no one can.
And it saves us so much like hassle of having to go and buy another keeper. Because also you got Baby Courtois coming.
Wait, Stanley Nobali, who says no? Who says no?
I don't say no. Hey.
Who's Nigeria's
I'm
goalkeeper?
saying no. I'm saying no.
Do you know, like, he's good enough to play for.
I'm messing up.
Maybe like mid-table.
Nah, but yeah, I agree.
At Chelsea,
Petrovic, Penders, someone has to save us. I can't do this anymore. Like momentum swinger. That's what I call him. Who did he pass to that they had the chance?
Martinelli on the.
Someone even tweeted like he's got 5 errors leading to goals and doesn't even count the ones where he's passed it to someone and it said to a shot. I wonder how many that is.
No, he has the most. Most miscompleted passes that's led to a shot with 8 in the Premier League this season.
Is it only 8?
Yeah.
How do you legislate for this stuff?
I
can't remember. I can find the stat for you.
I'm shocked, but yeah, obviously back to the game. Like I said, I think it was a very predictable game, and it kind of showed in the scoreline. And I feel like there's a lot to unpack, but in my opinion, I feel like that was one of those games where the manager has completely failed the team. Like, I feel like we were set up to lose that game. You think about it, like West Ham beat them, like Forest held their own against them, United held their own against them. I felt like the blueprint to trouble Arsenal, even without maybe like a proper striker, was there.
No, the blueprint, bro, they can't handle a low block, bro.
Yeah,
literally.
Sit in, absorb pressure, hit them on the counter, bro.
Have we got place for a counter?
Bro,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Sorry, really fit Chelsea does not.
Yeah, exactly. This is the thing, because like I'm all for blaming Maresca because you know it's on the line. The structure was terrible. Like as we've been saying in the group chat all throughout the week, like it's 1 or 2 passes you're in, but people are saying sit back and be compact, cool, but you still needed that transitional threat. And we don't have that anymore. Jackson and Nico carried us with that. Palmer was key to that as well.
We have no speed.
We've got no speed apart from Neto, and even with Neto, like his IQ's not there. I don't know what Sancho and Nkunku are doing. So like people are saying sit back, cool, but like you still need to be able to counter. We don't even have a big guy to say, okay, cool, let's boot the ball up to you, you hold up, and we can at least get on the pitch. There's no ball carries in the team. There's no pace in the team.
If you ain't got a big man up top, then you need to be hitting channels and having someone like Neto to be a ratty little bastard. But bro, and that's what he's doing to me.
Yeah, exactly. But he's trying. I think there was one time where he got the ball the byline, and he was like 1v1 sleeper. There was no one in the box for him to use.
Which they
but that's our striker doing that though. So
that's exactly.
But then you look at Arsenal today. They didn't have a striker, but you see when they go from back to front, they get bodies in either direction as quickly as possible. Like Marino is not a striker. Like we're well aware of this, but he still has that instinctive to let me try and get in the box, let me try and get on the end of stuff. Chelsea don't have that. It's very lethargic. And I get Martinelli's quick, but okay, cool. You can say they have Martinelli, we have Neto, they have Trossard. Is Trossard really that quick? No. But I guess there's a bit of urgency about him. Whereas you look at 2 of the attackers we started today, Sancho and Nkunku, no urgency about them.
And the worst thing is Nkunku should be used to like counter-attacking football from playing in the Bundesliga as well.
He's got no
end-to-end football. He should be like used to it. This should be his bread and butter.
I think the manager's killed him a bit though.
Low key.
How would you say he's killed him though?
By not playing.
Because he's showing why he's not started, because his work rate off the ball is terrible.
Man, I can see pre-season, you looked at Nkunku and thought it's going to be a big season.
Yeah, that's true. Then
he sat on the bench for a good 3 months. He's coming on 10-minute cameos here. You can't expect... Football's all about momentum, you know. The more you play... If he started this season, how he was in pre-season, I promise you would have done well.
I think he's he's a victim of the what I like to call the Cole Palmer.
No, facts.
The Cole
Yeah.
Palmer
Yeah.
syndrome, or whatever you want to call it. Like, because in Nkunku, we know he's not going to thrive off the left. We know he's not really going to thrive up top, but he's going to thrive behind the striker. But he's never going to get the grace to play there because Cole Palmer plays there now. Like, it's the same. It's kind of the same thing for someone like João Felix, who, me personally, I don't hold in like the highest of esteem anyway. But again, if you are going to come to Chelsea, you want to play like in the 10, get ready to hold bench or be a squad player, because that's what it is.
And to be fair to Maresca, like I said, he's always spoken about structure and balance and like.
Why we ain't seen it then?
No, but in terms of like he does the reason why he won't play in Nkunku, Felix and Palmer all together. You can actually see how bad it is just playing in Nkunku and Sandro together. Like, off the ball, there's no work rate. Compare like Shems. Remember when we lost the ball? Compare it to when Arsenal lost the ball.
Yep.
Look how quickly they would get back into position.
Work hard.
They work so hard off the ball. Someone like Enzo, I'm not saying he doesn't try, but bruv, he's like, come on, man. Athletically,
Gabriel walk
But
faster.
I'm not. You see, what, you are annoyed that Enzo playing in the 10?
No, I'm not annoyed at him playing at the 10. I'm just saying that like off the ball, he's not always the best, regardless of wherever he plays.
Bit of a passenger.
He can be a passenger.
But then the man has got a. I can't I rate Enzo in it.
Yeah, I think he's
like,
good, yeah.
Bro, put a structure that he can be a bit of a passenger, bro. Because at the end of the day, he's the one that's gonna create things. He's the one picking up. Fitting the ball into Palmer in the pockets, he's getting it on a half turn and getting shots off, bro.
The thing is, though, like you'd think with the personnel that were on the pitch today, in terms of you had James there, Caicedo there, and you had Enzo in the midfield. In terms of physicality, that should be enough to allow Enzo to be a little bit of a passenger. The same way, like someone like Erdegaard, you know that if you run at him, you can just like shove him across. But we're not set up in a way that utilizes that at all, because like Reece will be here, Caicedo will be here, and Enzo, you've bypassed him, gap in the middle, one pass, you at our back line, and it's the same thing every single match, regardless of who we put there. Because even when Lavia was there, yes, we looked a bit more compact, but we still had those issues of we're just getting sliced through. Like one pass is taking out everyone, and it happened against Copenhagen, happened against Leicester, even Southampton. Like, bro, like when you're making teams in relegation look like world beaters, something is seriously wrong. Like seriously wrong. So
And it's even more jarring that the teams around us keep dropping points. Like they're
Bro,
putting it on the plate for us.
perfect weekend to pick up 3 points.
They're putting it on the plate for us. Obviously, Newcastle not playing, so we were guaranteed to finish fourth going into international break. City dropped points. Okay, Forest won. They played Ipswich. Fair enough. It's there for the taking. And even Arsenal, like, towards, I'll probably say the second half, suddenly became a bit more open. Like, we did have the opportunity, we just didn't take it. And it's the most jarring thing, which, you know me, I'm not the biggest Maresca fan, to be honest.
Is it?
I want him out of the club.
I've been that from that since day one, though, man.
yeah, no, bro.
No, but be fair, I
Yeah.
did swing. I did say, you know what, he proved me wrong. Started the season, I said, you know what, he proved me wrong. But there were signs that he kept showing, which I'm not going to lie to you, were massive red flags. The stubbornness with his tactics. We wouldn't change until, like, late on in the game. It would be last 10 minutes and Nkunku would come on.
But
And
do you not
whatnot.
think that's something that's only happened from like December onwards? Cause
No,
like,
it's low key. It started slightly before, but because we were grinding out results, it was like, okay, we can kind of like, you know, put it to one side. It's not that deep because we win. If you found the winning formula, I'm not expecting you to like keep changing it. And then what I do want to see is that when you are losing and managers are now tweaking their tactics, how are you responding? And he was just letting things just keep playing out, and then that's why when like against, for example, Fulham, we conceded 2 last-minute goals against.
The Fulham game was definitely on him because at the stadium I was just like, if you don't change something, it's gonna happen.
Even Bournemouth as well.
Yeah, but the thing with Bournemouth and like games like Palace, I say it's both because
that Bournemouth game.
yeah, because Jackson violated.
Oh my god,
He violated, but Iraola was making tweaks.
Yeah,
though.
yeah, they did a thing on like Tifo where they spoke about the tweak. Iraola, I can't remember, but Iraola made a tweak and that's why they dominated the second half. But
I'm pretty sure, didn't they take off a defender when they brought on Cliver?
yeah,
So they probably packed the midfield a little bit more because we were.
it was something to do with Adams, like he came in centrally or something.
Yeah.
'cause that's-
We were cooking them like
Yeah.
like we could have been up like 3-0.
And fair, I'm pretty sure Brooks, I think, should have got sent off.
Yeah.
But even
Yeah.
without that, like bro, Maresca tactically, like, he just shat the bed.
Yeah, it's just the in-game management. Like, that's why, like, during that period of time, I was just like, there's bits you can blame him for because it's like the same things you're watching. Like Palace was, again, you dominate, but you can see shit's turning away from you. Like, how do you respond? But then at the same time, the stats show whenever Chelsea have taken a 2-goal lead, for example, they haven't dropped points.
That's my thing.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
That's
He
why
didn't
like
kill the game.
Yeah, that's why I'm
I
like
hear that.
with the killing with the thing with Maresca, I'm like, you can criticize him definitely, but I feel like because some people in the fan base were like very quick to get onto him from the very start, it's like everything's on him. When I'm watching these games, I'm looking at some of these players, I'm like, you're violating because you're not killing off the game. But games like today, I think you could blame on him because I thought the structure was terrible.
I feel like we all have a very good idea of where the foundation of all of this.
I was going to say foundation.
Jesus Christ.
Too bush. Now, the foundation of all of this stems from, and it stems from the guys who they watch performances like today and they think, do you know what? The solution to that is let me go to the Portuguese league. 16-year-old winger, but we'll get him in 2 years.
You know, that guy looks too much like Zach.
Because
bro, like, if I show you the picture, he looks so much like Zach. He looks so much like him.
But listen, go back to the point. My only counter argument to that, and I fully hear it, but I've been saying at the start of the season when we had the full squad, we had one of the, I'd say, top 3 teams top 3 squads in the league.
Yeah.
Oh, facts.
And then the fact is, no one was really complaining about. Everyone, remember at the start of the season, everyone was like, "Oh, Chelsea have 40 players and they included Tino and Jorin twice and all of this." And then midway through the season, I was saying, "Oh, look at Chelsea's depth. They can rotate 2 entire different starting 11s midweek and weekends because of the squad depth that they have." And then in January, like all of a sudden, I don't know what they were thinking. Getting rid of half the squad, not only bringing back Chalobah, not even buying anyone, and then expecting us now to sort of make do with what we got.
And like we've kind of been lucky with injuries the whole season, so it's just typical that like once we get rid of all the depth, everyone gets injured.
Yeah.
The day the transfer window ended, they shipped Felix, and then Jackson got injured. You got injured.
No, that's actually facts. That's facts because
like the day ended like
because even Nkunku wasn't playing, but since the Jackson injury, Nkunku's probably featured in all the matches.
Yeah,
all the matches, bro.
And he's played like a decent number of minutes.
All the matches, but then my question now is, cool. You look at our squad because you say we have top 3 squads in the league.
Yep.
But then you look at sometimes how we play, how certain people play. Where do you feel?
Who is that because of? Because this is my thing, yeah. On paper, right? If you look at all the squads, you've got all right, cool. This is everyone's like teams. This is their abilities and whatnot. Who is responsible from changing? Being good on paper to being good on the pitch. Yes, players hold part responsibility for themselves. I fully hear that. But the main person that is responsible from changing it, like the application of going from on paper to on the pitch, is the manager. And at first, like I said, I was actually like, you know what? I hold my hands up. I doubted Maresca at first. He's proved me wrong. Like, this team looks solid. Like, I was never one saying title charge, but I thought top 4 should be comfortable. We shouldn't even be in any race. Top 4 battle. I said, you know what, that's the issue. And this is why I don't hold too much blame on the sporting directors. I do to some extent. I think they are responsible for their goalkeeper identification. I think is absolutely poor. And even like their lack of proactiveness, like we saw in the January window, especially for incomings. I fully hear that. But for the rest of it, and like I said, I do hold the players accountable. Like if Nkunku's not playing well and you're putting him on left wing and this and other, I do fully hear that. But majority of the blame is the manager, and that's why the structure is also why we blame the defensive structure as well.
Can I tell you something? I think more of the blame should shift towards the sporting directors. We have a very, very, very young team. So for a decent manager to try and get their point across to a bunch of kids, it's gonna be hard.
But he was doing it. We saw glimpses of that.
But that's
the thing of a young team, though. You're gonna be shown. Like, look at Strasbourg. Like 3 months ago, they were protests. Now they're apparently one of the best young teams in Europe, bro. That's the thing you're gonna get with young teams. If the sporting directors put experienced pros, I'm not asking for 11, 30 plus year olds. I don't want that. No, I need an experienced goalkeeper, centre back, centre mid. The striker Jackson.
You can get away with
that. You can get away with that.
I'll only agree with the goalkeeper and centre back. The midfield, I think we've probably got
the best. I think we've got the best.
The best, if not second best midfield in the league.
Hold on.
No. Listen. When I say best, I don't mean like in a cohesive unit. I mean, if you go player for player with each team, I think we've got either first or second best midfielders.
It's
I agree.
Caicedo, if you want to look at, if you want to put Palmer in there, you can do.
Bro, that's why I was chatting.
Enzo,
because they'll put like
Lavia,
they'll put KDB. In there.
yeah.
I was chatting to Cass the other day, not all the man them actually, and I was like, I wouldn't swap my midfield free for PSG's midfield free.
But listen, I was having this conversation with
And
Carell
they
as
were
well.
getting on to me like,
Yeah.
oh, Vitinho. I'm like, bro,
Go
I'm
pound
not
for pound with them.
swapping any of my
Yeah,
Do you
midfielders.
know
Go
what's funny about that as well? It's like, had you said that in October, no one would have said it's a mad shout.
Yeah, exactly. This
No one
is
would
my
have said
thing.
no one would have said it's a mad shout. But now, because we're in March, and obviously the two teams' form has switched, it's crazy. I think our midfield's good, so that I don't really have any concerns. The only issue is
And yet,
the
remember,
injuries.
Our thing with Poch was that the midfielders played too far apart.
Yeah.
They were getting through easily. Maresca fixed that at the start of the season. And now they're just drifting so far apart now that you can see the massive
Yeah,
gaps
do you know
in
what-
between the middle then.
I would point out though, it's like the way our midfield is and the way our defense is, their profiles clash in the sense that our midfield is quite front footed. So like Caicedo hunts the ball, Enzo will try and hunt it, Lavia will hunt and stay off, but someone like Colwell backs off, Badashile backs off, Tosin backs off,
I
Disasi will
think
back off.
Cole's a bit of a.
He's
He's rash sometimes.
But
He is rash.
Yeah, my
but-
point is, it just creates quite a bit of distance between the lines. And you
Yeah.
saw from Poch, we used to see bare goals like that. So like Antonio last season was one where like he got the ball, the Sassy, Silva, and Cole all backing off him. No one's trying to engage with him. That's why we do look better when Fofana is playing, because at least he will be aggressive and
Engage.
step up.
Yeah.
But the structure, like I said,
But for Fana, like, I'll be real. That's probably one of the worst signings in the last 3 years.
You don't rate it?
Not
Only
not
because of
because I
his
don't
injury.
rate
Yeah.
him. It's
Okay.
just apparently he's played like 20% of the games since he signed, bro.
Wait, has
80
Lavia
million?
played 10 games for Chelsea? Who? Lavia. Because I rate him.
He has. He's made at least.
No,
10
Prem is very yeah.
Prem, are you asking Prem?
I'm asking Prem.
Prem, yeah. He's played.
There's no way he's played 10 Prem.
Prem games.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
no,
I'm doubting
Yes,
it, you
yes.
know.
Last season he played Palace.
Yeah.
This season he played City.
City, Liverpool.
Even if he has
Newcastle.
10, it may not be.
It might be 11. Yeah, it'll be 11 or 12.
Yeah. It's not bad. It's not bad.
The thing is, I rate Lavia. I think Lavia is cold, so I'm not.
Oh, he made 11 appearances this season.
That's one today. What's today?
But this is what I think. I don't think Lavia is bad at all. I think he's really good, but the injuries haven't helped.
Now, this is what I do blame the sporting directors for, is that, in my opinion, in a squad, you should have no more than one, maybe two at absolute push, injury-prone players.
Yeah.
You've got Lavia, you've got James, and you've got Fofana. You've got 3 players who are injury-prone. And you have
kinda
not
key
really
to
done
how we
much
play
about
as
it
well.
as well.
And they are some are more physically imposing players.
I think
as
they
well.
have done it. In terms of James, they brought in Gusto.
And that's it.
And they're bringing through.
And they're bringing through
and then-
Achimpong.
okay,
So
you got-
centre backs, we have.
Yeah, defenses. We've got the
No, but you said about Gusto, and then now in January you've loaned out Vega. Now said, all right, yeah, but Gusto can play as our depth for left back, and then who's our right back depth? All right, cool. You got Achimpong, who's been also playing centre back, and now you're using Fofana right back or Chalobah right back instead, doing makeshifts.
What does anyone understand the rationale today of playing Fofana at right back?
Yeah, to go back 3.
He's a right
in
centre
possession.
back. He's not a right back.
Yeah,
He's a right centre back.
So you go back 3 in possession, and then Cuckoo pushes up.
Yeah, so it'd be Fofana,
3 centre-backs.
Yeah, Fofana, Colwell, Badders.
Yeah.
In midfield it'd be Caicedo, James, and then Cuckoo
Pushes up.
Pushing out.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we did that. We did that with
Fofana can't
Disasi
be.
as well.
Fofana can't be a central.
Hell no.
Yeah,
He has not got the.
yeah.
He's not got the awareness for that
Yeah,
at all.
All the
so
passing.
he needs to be like. I wouldn't even play him on the left. That right centre back's basically
Yeah.
the only
Yeah,
position.
yeah,
and
yeah.
I can't lie, if he's fit and available, he
Right
must
centre
play.
back.
But the thing is like, this is why it messes up with James, because it's like, when James is there, he has to invert, but people are not happy with him in the field. And when James plays RCB, then it'll have to be Fofana CCB,
Yeah, that's not.
Cole LCB, then could create inverting, and obviously that's
That's
not
the thing.
optimal.
Like I'm saying, like forget this inverting thing, man. Bro, just be a traditional back
Do
four.
you know what my thing is? I don't see where the inverting thing is benefiting us, apart from seeing Cucurella gets more goals.
I'll be real. It depends how it's used. Like, I'm not mad at it, but it's
Yeah.
dependent on how it's used. Like, for example, if you're gonna push wing back forwards, whether it be into midfield or forward, I know Maresca doesn't like it, but I want to see underlaps run. I want to see like our wingers need that.
Yeah,
like the ball to feet wingers, you need those. And Enzo was doing it midway through the season, which allowed Cucurella to come into like midfield really, or Gusto even. Sorry to come into midfield.
I agree with you because he does want. The thing is, you definitely need underlaps, but again, a lot of my midfielders, bar Enzo, they're all ball to feet as well. That's the thing. They all want it to feet.
Which is why I don't understand why he didn't give someone like Carney a chance.
Don't even piss
that's
me
why.
off. You know how I felt about Carney as well,
I
man.
think he's bro.
That was a superstar. That was a superstar.
That's a ball carrier as well.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
Like I think if you look at the stats, like our midfield doesn't dribble with the ball.
Yeah, we don't ball carry.
We've gone the complete opposite. So like, you know, the last team under Roman.
I was gonna say
Kovacic,
Kante.
Yeah, that was literally ball carriers.
RLC. I was even saying it to Tsemz. I was like, fam, we don't even have like a Kante or Kovacic that will just do a bit jinky and drag us up the pitch. We don't have that anymore midfield. The best carry we have is Jackson, and that's our fucking striker. And we can't get out of any jams that way. Like if you look at Arsenal, they've got Rice who can at least carry it. Like, even if it's just in a straight line, he'll carry it.
Yeah.
Gravenberch can do it. I think Caicedo has the potential to do it, but he doesn't do it enough.
The thing about Caicedo, he's
He didn't get yellow cards. I'm
I'm so happy.
so happy about that.
I was telling Shams that. I was telling Shams on the live. I was telling Shams on the
The
live.
way he was flying to some
we have a theory,
He's African.
That Caicedo is African.
Yeah,
he's got African blood in him
Yeah.
because he's so African.
The way he goes on
coded.
this,
Like everyone's like, come on. He's so African.
He's so British.
Like, when the ancestry test comes out, we will be there.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Listen,
But,
he's from Sierra Leone, man. He's from Sierra Leone. I'm telling you.
the thing about Caicedo is that he's strong enough that when he's moving with the ball, he can hold off a few people. But I don't know what he's like. When I watch him, like he can't go long distances.
Yeah, he
with
can't,
carrying
he
that
can't.
ball. Like he needs to.
Yeah.
Give
Like
up something
Kante
quick.
could, bro.
Yeah, but
Even so,
It's unfair to Kante.
Carney
Is
is there, man. Carney, that was the perfect
It's there.
opportunity.
That's a perfect
Like,
eight.
bro. If you want to get rid of Felix and loan him out, whatever, use Carney, and then you learned that Carney's off.
That's the thing with Carney. Do you think it's a Maresca thing or the sporting director thing? Because I genuinely don't know.
Might be both. Might be both.
I think it's definitely a sporting director thing, and because that the way Carney has not been used at all couldn't make Conference League squads.
Yeah.
yeah.
It didn't make sense.
KDH is making all of them. They didn't even give Carney a loan in summer either. They waited until January. Like the treatment is really weird, and I've not seen enough to be like that seems wrong. Unless there's something injury going on as well that we don't know about.
Because you see, like for example, with Sterling, thank God he's gone. But
Yeah.
in preseason, he was featuring kind of heavily.
Yeah.
Then the way he was just suddenly dropped, that's what I knew was a
I
sport
remember
director
that
thing.
the City match, the news came out. Like his team was releasing statements. Like the article came out that Maresca said that he's not his type of winger, despite using him throughout.
I don't think that's a sporting director thing. Still.
That one, I think.
thing.
I think
Because
that's-
he said-
Preseason, you're like, yeah, he's shit, man.
That
Get
one's
rid
a
of him.
man-
Bro, he said I gave Mudryk a chance, I gave George a chance, I gave Sterling a chance, and I've decided it's
Use
not my guy.
Tadic, use Sterling.
That one I think is a manager decision. But the Sterling thing it's funny, and this is why I'll never let other fan bases ever gaslight me, especially North London Reds. Because I told them about Havertz, I told them about Sterling. They said, the funny thing is, once Havertz were here, they spent all the time cussing him, saying he's watching all that.
Jorginho as well.
Jorginho, yeah, dissing all these players. Sterling, they said Sterling was bad because Chelsea made him bag. I said, calm, let him go play for your club. He can't get minutes over there, and when he does,
Even in an
looks
injury crisis, he's struggling to get minutes. He
They
played
would-
against PSV only because they won 7-1.
you know, they'd rather play a left back at left wing than him.
Yeah, I know.
Like, never let fans like gaslight you about your players, and this is why I have to apologize to Man United fans as well, because they told me about Sancho.
Yeah.
I said, nah, look what he's doing at my club.
Just my only thing, like with Sterling or whatnot, yeah. Obviously, if he goes to a team like Arsenal, I want him to flop. But at the same time, I want like a little glimpse to let another team like fork out the bread for him, kind of thing.
No, it's doing that.
Saudi will save us.
No, they're not.
He ain't going to Saudi.
Yeah, going to Saudi. This guy's in London, man. He's happy.
How long has he got left on his contract?
I
2
think we
years.
gave him like a 5-year deal.
He's got 2 years left, so they're going to try and do everything to get rid of him.
They have to.
He'll go down the Willian route. Go Fulham, stay in London.
Yeah.
Maybe
yeah.
try luck at Palace or something.
I just think
Brentford.
he'll actually end up at one of those clubs. Hey, Sterling and Bremer.
West
and
Ham might
Whistle
even
front
take a
three.
chance on him.
Oh shit, yeah.
West Ham.
Yeah, they might take a chance. They like to go for wash the English players, man.
He wouldn't even get a start.
Over Somerville.
I wouldn't start. I'm not starting him over Somerville. I'm not even starting him over.
I ain't watched Somerville enough to say that I wouldn't start starting over him.
Like, but just based off age and promise alone, like that's enough for me to put Somerville over Sterling. Even then, like if you're gonna say you're gonna put Kudus and Bowen on the wings, like.
Anyway, I want to ask, during this run, like, what do you think's been the issue? Like, what would you say has probably been the biggest issue for us?
Well, injuries, bro. Injuries, and I think and confidence. Like, Cole Palmer's gone 9 without scoring, Like, the things he used to do so easily at the beginning of the season, it's not coming off.
Yeah.
So it's like, when the player you put on a pedestal, it starts flopping, it's going to trickle down to the rest of the team, bro. And now it's just like, nothing we do works. Like basics. I'm talking like 5-yard passes. Just tracking your runners.
No.
Like the basics of football have completely left. Like Gusto can't complete a 5-yard pass. Badiashile today, I swear to God, he was playing against us.
I didn't understand him. Out of possession, I thought he was calm.
Like, in possession,
which is what he's meant to be good at.
No, but bro, he does that bears. I told you, is paths in empathy that word you like use?
Yeah,
it's shit.
it's bad.
Shit.
Yeah, there's no attention to detail on the pass. See, like when you get to that level, it's like if I fizz a ball into you, it's like cool. You ain't got that much time. Like deal with it quickly. If I give you like a little soft pass, like cool, take your time. But bro, even if they got space, bro, they're just fizzing it. And then it's hot potato. It's like, hey, take it. I don't want it no more.
Our team does that.
And then they'll do the long ball. They'll do a long ball to Neto against Saliba and Gabriel.
And this is my thing, like, bro. It's only Neto.
It's common sense, bro. Like
the manager says,
I'm getting hot.
The manager says, if he doesn't do that, I change him.
No, but you know what? Even if you're gonna do that, you need to have people supporting that to get the second ball.
Oh,
you know that they're gonna win the header.
But bro, are they gonna win the second ball? Because Sancho ducks out of every fucking second ball.
Yeah,
I hate Sancho so much.
Sancho can't beat his now 1v1. He can't do anything. I think he had his first shot the other day since like January.
No, but
first shot like 10 games.
You see how we didn't even talk about the Copenhagen match. There's nothing to talk about,
bro. Like honestly,
it's the exact same analysis as Arsenal. Only we played the worst team and we won.
You know what's mad? Because I missed the game, yeah. Bro, I put into the chat, I was like, oh, I missed the game. Like, I watched the highlights. I was like, I didn't see any Chelsea highlights until the goal. I was like, is that actually how it went?
Yes.
And you was like, yeah, that's literally how the game went. We didn't have nothing.
It's like Ellie was saying, basics, bro. The amount of misplaced passes Enzo and Caicedo were doing, nasty. Absolutely nasty.
I'll be real though, I'm so confident. I know, our home record is so good. I knew, once we got the away win, I was like, we're gonna go through now.
Yeah, we're
gonna scumbag our way to this conference.
Listen, I'm telling you, man, right now.
I want the Fiorentina and Betis out though.
I'm on air, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't win that. Bro, there's gonna be some fuckery happening. I would not be surprised.
Hey, Enzo, I dare you not to win that, bro.
No, we'll get to the final. And the thing is, because Tottenham won their Europa League thing, we now get to play the second leg at home in the quarterfinals.
Okay.
Don't know how it works for the semi-finals. Hopefully the same thing.
Yeah.
But all the teams that are left on our side, I think they all automatically qualified. Not that should mean anything anyway, because we should steamroll the competition. So we shouldn't really have a cause to worry until...
I think until the final. That's my main thing. Where like, it's
and
a
that's why
one-off
fuckery
game.
can happen, man.
You never know.
Bro,
but
picture this, yeah. Corner in, Sanchez flaps the ball, head into the open net. I'm telling you.
No,
it's Anthony! Redemption!
Not Keane. Fiorentina is the one team I don't want to play in the final. Not even because of a quality thing. It's more of... Correct me if I'm wrong, they've been in every single conference final so far, all three. And they've lost all of them.
No, wait, hold on. They've only been in 2.
Who was in the first one? It was Roma, Fiorentina.
No, it was Roma final.
Okay, so they've been in the last 2. And they lost them both. Yeah. Lost to West Ham.
Oh, you're
lost
saying
to
third time lucky.
No, but it's like Chelsea, bro.
Thing is, other teams you can believe they'll win. With us, we could play that Conference League 4 times in a row. We'll probably lose all 4 finals.
Brother, like Charity FC, you've not won in the final in the Conference League. Don't worry, Chelsea got something.
Nah, they can't do that.
Bag, bro.
They can't do that.
Chelsea got something.
Give me my Champions League playoff. I know it might be 5th, but just give me that Champions League spot. Europa Conference League, put in the bag. Worry about Club World Cup later.
That's the mentality every Chelsea fan needs to have, bro. Just, I don't care how. Just get me in the Champions League next year.
We need it.
Get me that Conference League and we go again, bro.
Like, I'm not saying we can't win it. I'm just like, I'm not sure. Like, the way this lot can just...
Well, we'll have a fully fit team by then, man.
I hope so. Because I think injuries, like you said, I think injuries were a big issue. But
Bro, Jackson and Mark Gill being injured at the same time, bro, that is just unlucky.
Right after the transfer window.
Exactly, that's just unlucky, bro. And like, it just shows how important Jackson is.
No, still no.
okay, good.
So, Eddie, who's your like? Because I think it's a big like conversation we had for a while. Yeah, in terms of like strikers. Yeah, I'm sure you'd want to buy a striker.
Yeah.
So who would be the one that you would?
The Nigerian in me wants Osimhen, innit? Like,
I'll be real, yeah. I'm warming. I will say I'm warming to him. At first, I was against it mainly because of his wages and like his agent and whatnot. Now,
To be fair, Omar was always reasonable with it. But I think it's dead.
What? I know, but I've always said, yeah, I never let the AFCON like gaslight me about him. I know his abilities. I know, especially aerially,
bro,
we need a person like that. And like I said, my main concern with him was just more about wages and whatnot. I think that Galatasaray stint now just made his agent a bit more humble. Where now we can be like, alright, cool. We can not even lowball the offer to Napoli or whatever, but you know, we can get him on some calm wages. I wouldn't be mad at it.
Do you watch? Wait, what country you from, bro?
So half Argentine, half Portuguese. So.
Oh, okay. So you know, like, I can't take any. What's the word? What am I gonna say? If I see like I've seen Yaya Toure look like Bakayoko in AFCON, bro. That's what I think.
That's true.
I've seen Drogba flop in AFCON, bro. So like, as much as everyone's like, oh, he did this, bro. AFCON doesn't follow.
Yeah, there's no
Mo Salah, Ballon d'Or contender.
Yeah, you get it, man. There's no like comment. It's just chaos.
All the time.
It's just like there's chaos. So that's why like everyone's like, oh, but do you see my AFCON? He scored like 1 goal or whatever. Even when I watched AFCON, yeah, I watched Osimhen hold up 2 defenders like by himself, and you need to look at also the intangibles as well, the stuff that he does either off the ball or on the ball that's not related to goal scoring. You need to watch. I don't watch him too much to know how good his link up play is, but I know it's not. I've been told that from like Serie A fans, it's not like a red flag. So that's why I think, you know what, if we can get him on a good wage, I wouldn't mind.
I think the main thing with Osimhen is he gets a lot of chances.
So he'll miss a lot as well.
He'll miss a lot, but like. That's the thing. It's kind of like Jackson. Jackson gets a lot of chances, but he'll just miss a lot less than Jackson.
See, that was my thing as well. Like when it comes to like the wages and even like the amount that Napoli were asking for in the summer, I thought Jackson just came off 14 goals in the Premier League. Are we going to spend 60, 70 million to get 1 more goal, 15 goals maybe,
especially because it's
16
MBG.
goals?
Yeah.
But now that he's maybe going for a bit less, that's why I'm warming to the idea. And do you know what? My mind has even flipped on Gyökeres, yeah? So I watch obviously the Portuguese league.
Oh, yes.
Like week in, week out.
Why do you think it's flipped? Do you want him or not?
No, don't want him anymore.
Oh shit, why?
Is it?
So for me, the main reason, like at first, his pros is like his ball striking and even to an extent his dribbling. But the issue is, so number one, I've not really seen him too much in matches against low blocks.
Yeah,
and because I've not seen him, I know he's gonna come with this expectation with Chelsea fans, like, oh, he gets bare goals in the Portuguese League, even Champions League. Like we've got all this weight of expectations on him, and then it comes to like low blocks week in, week out, and he might fumble, and that's why I'm a bit more cautious. And I think Osimhen has got a better chance against low blocks, and that's why I'm more warm into the idea, especially because, again, I know I keep relating back to like finances, but I think it might make more sense for spending a bit less on Osimhen. Maybe wages might balance things, but spending a bit less on Osimhen, knowing you most likely get better output. Because you know, aerial ability, you know you're going to get at least, 4 goals just from headers maybe from him?
And that's my thing as well. Like, I'm thinking about Osimhen against players like Saliba, Gabriel, Van Dijk, Konate.
Or just put them under pressure,
give them hell, bro.
Put them under
90
pressure.
minutes.
It's like
Jackson gives
Konate
that hell.
It's like you said, the intangible side of thing. Because I think the deal was dead, but it's just like today we didn't scare Arsenal at all. At all. At least if you have Osimhen with that mask of his running, like it's like, okay, cool. I'm gonna have to pattern up type of thing.
And as a team, if you see someone chasing the ball down like him, you're thinking, oh, say nothing. Let's all just go.
Because we need more physicality in the team as well. So.
Yeah.
Did you man see that clip of Timber?
Yeah, work harder.
Shaking Maresca's hand.
Yeah, shaking Maresca's hand. Telling him to try harder.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, little boy.
Hey, life could come at you fast, boy. All those Arsenal fans that like to talk and their players.
Have you spoken
Especially, you know what? Do you know who's the biggest shithouse? Gabriel.
Yeah.
He is the
Do you know what?
biggest
I
shithouse.
did not want him to score today because
I didn't want Rice to score today, fam. So I was
Any-
like, that free kick, I was stressing, man.
I was saying to you, I said, you've spoken on Rice, I've spoken on our goalkeeper defenses. He's bagging today, but he actually didn't, so that was fine. But I
We
could,
let Odegaard get an assist though.
yeah, that's what I was saying. We actually let him get an assist. So, like,
Yeah,
have
even-
you spoken to DA?
He called me on the way here. He called me on the way, bro. Every time Chelsea lose, bro, my phone goes off still.
Yeah, bro. You see Arsenal match, it's high stakes. Like I've got better friends there on me, so.
You know
But
what?
it's
My,
calm.
my guys actually were calm. Like they weren't even too. Like they know the Premier League. I think they're done with. You know, like they're not. Too,
Yeah, they're not, bro. That's why this game was more important for us than it was for them, bro.
Yeah,
This one
100%,
just
yeah.
like,
But the problem is, like, I'll say this to you: if you watch that game, you wouldn't be able to tell which team really has something left to fight for.
Yeah.
Like, and that's the problem. It's the same thing. It was the same thing with like the Leicester game as well, where it was 0-0. One team is really fighting relegation here. The other one is going for top four, but which
tell.
one looks like has the drive?
And the thing is, I don't think Arsenal have lost. I think it's at home to a Big Six team in like
Bro, it's away as well. They haven't lost
In 18 matches,
Yeah.
like, they haven't
18
lost
matches.
to
Like 3 years, I
the
think.
big
3-4
six,
years.
the big six teams are not their problem.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
Newcastle, it's
Yeah.
Fulham,
It's the mid block.
West
It's
Ham,
the
Villa,
mid.
Villa,
It's the
Villa.
it's the mid block teams.
Yeah.
I've always said like if you can match Arsenal's physicality, you have a very good chance of beating them. That's why
And low
Newcastle.
block.
Yeah, that's why
What I'm saying.
Newcastle do so well against them because Tonali, Bruno G, Jolinton, they're all
Jolinton.
thugs, especially Jolinton. They're all thugs, so they can compete with that. But today you saw
hate
like
playing against Jolinton.
Gabriel got the ball, just jog past Enzo.
I was losing it, bro.
Yeah, I was just there, like,
I was losing it. I said, I literally, my eyes wide, and I thought, you didn't even like move towards him. Like, even being
Enzo shouldn't
Argentinian,
be that high up the
Yeah.
pitch.
Yeah, I know.
You see a
you see
Brazilian.
Brazilian walk past you, and you're just calm. Like, what is your dog?
For a title, you see a Brazilian walk fast here, just calm.
You're calm, bro. Like, I couldn't believe it. But, yeah, man, I guess.
Signings.
Not even signs. I was going to talk about. We talked a lot about top four, but the question is like, how likely are we to get it? So if I'm looking at our final fixture, so there's 9 games left.
We got held the last few games. We got Forest away. We got United, I think, at home.
So we've got Tottenham at home next, then Brentford away, Ipswich at home, Fulham away, Everton at home, Liverpool at home. My hope for that one is
Liverpool at home
is that-
onwards is where it gets peak.
I'm hoping Liverpool at home. As much as I wouldn't want to, I hope it's a guard of honour thing. Because at least
No,
no,
what?
because then no. Let me land.
I know
Let me
what you
land.
mean.
Let me land.
Make
No,
sense.
I know. It's
At
not
home, it's our
not. It's
stadium.
not ideal. The reason I'm saying this is because
You're moving mad.
let me land. Because I'll be real. Like you said, the fixtures afterwards: Newcastle away, United at home, Forest away. I don't know how many points we are going to pick up. So I'm hoping Liverpool have wrapped up the league by then, so that they go for a weakened squad. I'll be real. I wanted to put my pride aside for that because I want us to get champions.
You know,
I dare us to give them a guard of honor in our backyard. I'm nuking Stamford Bridge.
I'll be real.
I am blowing that stadium up before they even come out the stadium. I'm blowing that stadium
I'm
up.
with you still.
I'm blowing that stadium
I
up.
need
Do
that
you know what it is
chance.
though? You say that, but what's it called? After they secured the league title in 2019, they lost the next game 5-1 to City, so they were drunk. So I don't know.
Nah.
Can you hear what I'm coming from?
No, do you know what? Okay, no. The
'cause-
ideal scenario, Liverpool 10, 15 points ahead. They haven't won the league yet.
But it's obvious. Yeah, that would be
But has it
ideal.
not been obvious since?
No, but bro, you never know. God is mighty power. Like you never know. They could just bottle it. They could.
I
you
swear
never
to
know.
God,
They're not-
Liverpool,
they're not-
won't, they won't.
Liverpool bottled the league to
Liverpool-
Arsenal
I
this
swear,
year. I lock off I lock off FIFA, I lock off UEFA, I lock FA, I lock off everything.
No more TikTok lives.
No more T-Talk shuts down, Reactionary Blues done, I've blown up tapping merchants, everything shuts down.
I'll play up as well, bro.
Everything shuts down. God, what do you mean?
Listen, if Arsenal in that Champions League, my passport, I'm out of this country.
God, bro.
I'm gone.
God, even that
Bro,
one.
even when we lost 5-0 to Arsenal like last year, bro, I was in Barcelona the next day, bro. What, did you, I was in Barcelona the next day, bro. I went on the 5-day
Straight to
bender.
Sky Scandal.
I'm
Getting out of
getting
here.
out of here.
You did the opposite. You went to Barcelona the next day. I was coming back from holiday, and when I landed, it was the match. So I landed, and we were 1-0 down. I said, "Calm, like nothing crazy." And then the next half happened, and you know,
I said on
Forward.
this live stream, like I purposely avoid watching this fixture away from home. So under Lampard, made sure I fell asleep. So I woke up to the score being 3-1. It's cool. last year my stream wasn't working. And normally I'd fight it.
Yeah.
God doesn't want me to see this morning. Till now, I haven't seen the third, fifth, fourth, or fifth goal.
You don't want to see. You don't want to see them.
I haven't seen it. I saw was Havertz the second or third.
Havertz scored 2 and 4.
Yeah,
And then Ben White scored 3 and 5.
okay, yeah. So I haven't seen 4 and 5. Then I haven't seen those two.
You don't want.
And then today I was like, you know what, pod, let's come in. I hate watching Arsenal. Right?
The worst thing was after they scored the first goal. Even before that, you could see how the match was going to go. It's like, okay, I actually can't leave because I have to come here and record this pod. So normally I lock off the match, go do my own thing, but I have no choice. I have to sit here and watch all of that. But
The bartender was like, "You guys are so animated." I was like,
yeah, he didn't say anything. He didn't say anything.
He didn't say anything.
Didn't say
man.
anything.
If he scored, man, that probably God.
Then one guy came over, was like, "Oh, who's?" I think maybe he had like visual impairment or something. He came, was like, "Oh, who's playing?" I was like, "Oh, it's Chelsea, Arsenal." Was like, "Oh, who's winning?" Like, bear in mind, it says one. It's like 1-0. There's like winning. It's like
it,
Arsenal. He's like, "Oh, the Gunners." I swear that I could have sparked him there. I was losing my head. But quickly, what I want to do is I want to go through those last 9 matches, and I want to ask you guys for win, loss, draw, like realistically. So, Tottenham at home.
Win.
We better win, Omar, because I'm putting that on you.
Hey, listen, yeah. If, you know what? Our record against Tottenham,
Yeah, I know.
if Maresca doesn't get a win, minimum.
Because fucking hell, even Lampard did the double over them. Like, Conte's beaten.
The only manager in
Poch.
recent history who didn't was
Potter.
Potter.
Oh,
But Conte's the reason why we don't have that record anymore, because he lost 3-1 there.
There was a Conte that stopped it, but yeah.
Jesus Christ, I can't not beat Spurs.
Brentford away.
I'll win.
Yeah, win, because their away records change now. Their away record's really good, their home record's poor.
You think loss?
Loss.
No, I normally fear them.
I know, especially at their
Yeah,
stadium.
it's long day.
Because we've only, was it the
We've
Chilwell
never lost. We've
one?
never lost at
Yeah,
the stadium.
we've never lost at that stadium
But
before.
we lose to them at Stamford Bridge all the time.
Oh yeah, that's true.
We've
No,
always-
but we've only won one. I swear, the Chilwell 1-0.
Yeah,
We've
so
only played there. We played there 3 times. We won 1, drew twice.
twice. Even last season, we should have really beaten them.
Yeah,
But then, yeah,
Alright, draw.
yeah.
I don't think
I'm going for a win.
I'm saying win because I
I'm
think
saying because we have to.
we have to. Yeah, because I think they'll be on the beach because they're safe, man. There's no Europe for them.
Nah, but they
Ipswich.
got a thing against us, man.
Ipswich at home.
Win,
Win, yeah.
win.
I mean, I hope so.
Yeah.
I fucking hope so.
He better
Nah,
be.
guys.
After the
deep
2-0
it.
loss,
We're the only team Ipswich have beaten at home.
Are you serious?
Oh, bro, I'm not lying, fam.
this is what I mean about the red flags from Maresca.
We're the only.
Nah,
team
to be
that's been
fair,
at home.
Wait,
to be fair,
but
that
if-
game was that was
If
violent.
not Maresca, who?
Right now,
Yeah.
I'll be real, I'm taking Xavi.
You know what? I like that.
He had
Xavi.
something loaded for you. It all just went out the
I'm
window.
taking Xavi right now.
I'll do anything first.
Xavi has worked with a Barcelona team who basically said, we have not got funds, we're just going to get whoever's free, work with it. And he's done it. He's won a league with them.
Why did he leave or get sacked?
Oh, it was a weird situation, yeah. He was like, all right, I'm leaving, the contract's ending, this and the other. And then Barcelona was like, no, please, can you stay? Barcelona, like, convinced him to stay. And he came out and was like, all right, cool, I've changed my mind, I'm staying. And Barcelona sacked him.
Was it because of performance related?
I don't know.
I'm not
Probably
gonna
have to
lie,
ask
he
Els.
weren't bad. Real Madrid won the league, but and Champions League, but it weren't
I
bad.
think he also didn't like the pressure that came with the job as well, man.
Probably.
I know he used to speak out against the media a lot still, so
I'll do anything with Tuchel back, man.
Nah, do you know what? I'm not a big fan of like Tuchel's done his has got his legacy here. I don't like when a person who's got a good legacy comes back. I know Mourinho proved me wrong, but like they comes back and they because you either tarnish everything that you built, all that legacy that you had. I know he's won a Champions League. It's difficult to sort of undo what you've done good, but I don't really like.
and he
second
won the
stints.
champs, but in the league you weren't all that, you know.
From January to December we were, but it just weren't
Do you know,
across the
but this is
season.
the thing. This is what I was going to say. Thank you for reminding me. It's like similar to Maresca in the sense, obviously Tuchel's a better manager, but once the injuries set in, you could see the shift in the style of football. Because remember, Omar, we went to Chelsea, Burnley. We were good that day, even though we drew. The wing backs, how they were playing. But obviously, once Chilwell and James went down, it went back to really turgid football, kind of sterile. And it's kind of similar to Maresca because people complain about the football, but before the injuries, I was enjoying us playing majority of the time. And then now with the injuries, we just look like shit.
But you know, it's about the timing of Tuchel. Like I said, he done well in the league from January to December. Across a season from August to May, we never had that sustained run. So that's why it tarnishes.
After we won the Champions League, didn't we?
December it was first in December. Had all the
And
injuries.
then he bottled it.
Bro, we fell off a cliff.
Yeah, because we were above City and Liverpool.
Yeah.
We were first until
I remember
December.
I was talking records.
We were first in December.
Drew bare games.
Yeah, and then the December curse came and hit us.
With the
Flopped
injury,
injuries. Started at the Juventus game with the
Chilwell,
James.
Then we drew to United.
That was
then
one of the best games I ever watched.
Oh, that 3-0, I swear.
James's goal, chest, bang.
Are you not into? Yeah.
Don't chat to me.
But then Everton, I remember we played Everton. Like we had to have like Pulisic, Mount because of COVID. Because Cho and Lukaku went to start, but because of COVID, they had to isolate, so they couldn't play. So
Like the 1-1.
yeah, and that's what I was saying.
Braithwaite's first goal.
Brother, crazy stuff. And that was another game we just kept missing.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, what's the next fixture?
Next game, Fulham away.
Win, man.
Yeah, when we won last year, so we have to win.
Craven Cottage is a 3-point lane, man.
Not this year.
Draw.
For us, it will always be.
What big teams have been to? United beat them there.
Yeah,
Arsenal
United beat
drew.
them. Arsenal drew. Spurs lost.
Liverpool
Liverpool haven't
haven't been
played.
there yet.
City haven't played them yet.
I'm gonna go draw.
I think we should really win that game, to be
Draw.
honest.
Everton at home, win.
Win.
Hey,
Our home record. I'm
boys
telling
is
you,
bringing
I'm
back the
confident.
feeling. I would not be surprised if we don't draw. That's a 12:30 kickoff as well, man.
Win.
Our
Saturday,
home record.
12:30. Draw.
See the time.
Hey, I don't want to jinx it, but Chelsea won all the 12:30 fixtures this year.
Yes, we did, and one of them was West Ham away.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
yeah.
feel like
that's
we
true.
never
Hey,
win.
good fucking times,
3-0, was
man.
it 3-0?
Yeah, good
Yeah.
fucking. I missed those times.
We bopped them.
Yeah.
Like-
no, actually, do you know what? It was actually a bit like
We bopped them. They were crap.
50-50. No, actually, it was 50-50. We just hit them on a counter and then we killed. After 2-0, we just killed them.
Yeah, fairs. Liverpool at home.
I say we draw.
Losing.
Nah, we're drawing. We're not. Our home record's good. We've only lost 2 games at home.
Loss.
Losing.
Draw.
Draw.
We,
Of the big 6 teams at home, have we won any?
Nope.
no.
No, we've drawn all of them. No,
But
no.
two,
City.
we've only played Arsenal and City at
Yeah.
home.
So we lost both.
No, we drew.
lost to
Oh,
City,
sorry,
drew
due to Arsenal.
Yeah,
Shocking, man. Lose to Liverpool.
No, I'm saying that. I'm
I
saying.
think we draw to them.
Lose.
Newcastle away, lose.
Lose.
Nah, we drew that game. We fucking drew that game.
Why do you think we're so good, bro?
No, bro, do you know what it is? I have to have faith.
Oh, bro.
Don't kill me.
I hear it.
Nah, Newcastle, trust me, I know that game's now. I know it's now. Like,
United at home,
I think that could be a draw.
draw.
Draw. That's got draw written all over it.
Draw.
It's got draw written all over it.
Yeah,
That's
but
gonna be the most like boring game.
ever.
Anytime someone
They've
plays the
got
back
no
three,
attack as well.
anytime anyone
Zero.
plays the back three against us, I hate it, man.
And then Forest away.
Loss.
Win.
Nah,
I think we're good, bro. Forest away.
Just want to say, when Forest weren't as good as they were last season, we barely scraped to win over them.
Their home support is crazy. It's like
mad.
it's equivalent to like almost Newcastle.
Yeah.
So if we go off like majority of what we said, we're saying 3.
That's at least
4,
15 points, 20 points.
7, 8, 11, 14, like 16 points.
That just ahead of Poch's.
How much have we got now? 49 points.
So that would take us to 65.
This is why I hate that Jorgensen. Fucking.
Hey,
hell.
but how many points we taking off direct rival?
Didn't we finish on
in that?
66 last
We would have
season?
taken points off
63.
of
Tottenham.
Tottenham. Nah,
All of that for
ones that are
3 point,
competing for
Oh, well, we said we also were going to
62
lose to
point,
Newcastle.
if it's 65.
And we said like draw or lose to Forest.
If we, Hashem,
Alright, we'll finish 5th then.
Yeah, I just want Champions League football. I don't give a
just
fuck.
saying
I'll
to,
get it.
so if we finish on 65 points, last season we finished on 63. All of this for 2 points. 2 points more than Poch.
Hey man, listen, I'll be real. A lot of teams this year are benefiting from the fact that the league stinks, or maybe it doesn't stink. Maybe it's more competitive.
No, the league it's horrible, bro.
Because I think the top teams are worse, and some of the middle teams are better.
So yeah, I think it is quite very competitive. Like, bro, every time look at some of the fixtures we're saying. This is tough. Forest came up like 3 years ago, and they're already a tough team.
And do you know what's funny? They got a similar strategy to us in a sense of like
Forest and
hoarding players and whatnot.
But I think they've recruited really well because
Newcastle
they've got.
just scored.
Is it?
Who scored?
I haven't seen a goal scorer yet, but it's just come up. Dan Burn on the stroke of half time.
Come on,
And he just got
Potter.
England call up as well, didn't he?
I can't. Hey, we need to get to that pub. But also, I can't remember.
Oh
what I
my
was
god,
gonna say.
they're dominating. Like Liverpool haven't had a shot.
Shit.
Like not shot on target, shot, and Newcastle have had 9.
Whoa.
Yeah, you're right. 9 shots, 3 on target from Newcastle.
And his
0.
face just dead.
Yeah,
Zero shots from Liverpool.
Say nothing. Come on.
You're calling today, innit?
I'll be good after this, bro. 650.
Do you know what kills me? It's like the blood of my enemies. We just lost, but it's like say nothing. Liverpool losing.
I'll be real, yeah. If they lose that final, I'm following you back here. I'm gonna say what I got to come out.
Nah, bro.
If they don't, I see what I see.
I can't forgive Kamal for we recorded yet.
Did he come up and like hold a shirt or something? Like?
Brother,
Yeah,
our heads
yeah.
were gone as well.
remember.
I just
Come on.
like, yeah.
When was this?
Well, we were recording after the Chelsea Liverpool game. So me, Omar, Faye, and then
It was a
obviously-
league game, though.
Yeah, it
Was
was a
it
league game.
2-1?
Yeah, just before we finished, Kamal just came to the mirror.
It's like kissing the badge.
The bad. Oh, it was
He made you wear the shirt.
Oh, bro.
Actually made you
It's
wear
all
the
for content, bro. For content.
Hey man, but
I can't wait for the international break, man. I can rest.
it's needed.
And
But
like I said, not just that. We've even got a week after that to chill as well.
Yeah, these lot
We've got
need
2.5 weeks
We
off.
need the players. That's why I'm a bit confident because I think at our best we've seen a good team. It's just with the injuries, it's been.
but Palmer's not Gareth after the international break, you know.
You better be.
Hey, I'll be real. I don't even think it's muscle fatigue. Like did you not see in the second half against Copenhagen, he went into a tackle knee to knee with another player, and he
Is
was
it?
limping for like a good
I
5 to
didn't-
10 minutes.
But that might just be impact, no? Like it's something like that.
I hear it, but it was the inside of his knee, bro. Your ligaments are exposed, bro.
Because Maresca's saying that. Well, Maresca says his injury was from yesterday's session. It's a muscular problem, and that he needs a scan.
He needs to get dropped from England.
needs a
Withdrawn
scan?
from the
He needs a
England
scan. That is planned
Yeah,
for.
that's crazy. I
It's
can't
planned for tomorrow, and he hopes that he can be back for our next game.
Yay.
But
But-
withdrawn from the England team straight away.
Yeah, he won't go to England. Like no, if you need a scan, like
If I see pictures of him turning up to St. George's Park, I'm like,
no chance. Then I'll be real.
Bro, like I said,
we threatened to rush a lot of buildings today, but
I need-
if we see Palmer at St George's, I think we add that.
And England are against like
Malta.
Kosovo and
Albania still.
bro, Albania. Like, come on, man, you don't need to risk him in a game like that.
That's why I wasn't
Withdraw
too
him,
fussed about the England
Rehabilitate.
call-ups. Like
You know what? No, yeah, just mad. Like, obviously, Chelsea Evolved, I was like, I want all our players in the national teams and obviously we had a lot of players that were. Now, I'm kind of happy. Like when our players, especially our good players, don't get into national teams or like we kind of hold them back. Like you know, like if it's a French team or England team, whatever. If I don't see Chelsea players, I'm like, you know what, more rest for them. Good.
Bro, do you remember like during last thing touched on like during the Euros the one Italy one, like everyone saying, "Oh, look, Chelsea have the most players." Like this ain't a good thing.
Yeah,
Because everyone came back. Everyone came back cooked.
Yeah. It just means less rest.
yeah. But anyway, before we wrap up, we can't do it without quick score prediction. So next game,
yeah, we're gonna do
is
that early.
Tottenham. Because I think that'll be probably our
We'll
next
we'll
pod.
have to do two, Tottenham and Brentford, no? Because that would be the weekend. That would be next recording.
Oh yeah, because there'll be 2 games that week, innit?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So Tottenham score predictions:
2-0.
Are we at home?
Yeah, man.
2-1.
Oh yeah, they're gonna score. Yeah,
Yeah, we're not gonna keep a clean sheet.
2-1 as well.
2-1.
Chelsea win 2-1.
Yeah. Any?
3-1.
Who's scoring all these goals?
Hey, Noni and
Enzo, Cucurella, that's the goal scorers.
Jackson on his return.
Nah,
Chill out.
Does love a goal against Tottenham.
he does, but there's still a bit of wiring that needs to be done.
Cool. And then Brentford, I can't lie, I'm going 1-1.
1-0 Chelsea. Actually, no, we ain't getting a clean sheet.
If you're saying Chelsea,
It's away as well.
if you're
2-1,
saying Chelsea are
another
going to win, you have to say 2 goals.
2-1. Yeah, 2-1.
You know, they won in
1-1.
7 away matches. So
Huh?
7 away matches.
Yeah, 4 on the bounce you've lost now.
Okay, no.
I'm going
2
1-1.
Yeah, I think 1-1's probably the safest bet.
1-1 still.
Do you want to shout out your thing one more time?
Oh yeah, tap in merchants on all platforms. Catch us every Sunday. No, every Monday, sorry. Sundays when we record. Yeah, man. Thanks for bringing me on.
Now it's good to have you. Good to have you. Hopefully more link-ups in the future.
No, definitely, bro.
Yeah, but yeah, love to everyone for tuning in. Make sure you follow all of our content will be in the descriptions. And yeah, catch you in the next pod. Peace.